Welcome back to Around the Armstrong Table. Today I'm putting my spin on a classic. It's Spaghetti Bolognese. Can't wait to show you this one. Enjoy. Time to start cooking. To get this bolognese started, the first thing we're going to do is start with our veggies. So I got some shallots that I'm going to dice finely. I'm also going to bring in some celery. You're going to need some carrots with this one. And of course, you guys know I got to have some garlic. I mean, it's an Italian dish. All of my people in Italy would be really mad with me if I did not add any garlic to this dish. So we'll get everything diced up real finely. It's going to cook down real nicely in the meats, which I'll talk about that here in a second. And then of course we diced up some fresh parsley for garnish at the end. So we're going to bring our heat to a medium-high heat. We're going to get some avocado oil into the pan. We're going to use some ground beef and also some ground pork. And I'm telling you, these two combinations, they're going to cook down real nice. And what you want to do is develop the flavor in the pan. Once you get the veggies in, it's going to be really, really nice. So I'm going to use two methods to get this ground up. So I'm also going to use my potato masher, which I think for anybody that's making like taco meat and stuff like that, that's how they get it so fine. And it works really, really well. But of course you got to season everything, and I'm going to continue to season this throughout the process with salt and pepper, and I'm also going to add in some Italian seasoning. But I will tell you guys this: anytime you see me seasoning, I'm tasting the food as I go. So I want to make sure that when you're going through this process of making this dish yourself, please taste everything. Taste as you go. That's the mark of good food. Is if you're not tasting it, how are you going to know what it tastes like? And sometimes you might not need to add that extra salt. You need to hold back a little bit. But go ahead and get all your veggies mixed in and incorporated with that meat. And I'm telling you, this is exactly what you want. You want to see all of that good flavor come together. And just take your time. So I added in some Italian seasoning like I mentioned earlier. And of course, I'm also going to add in a little bit of dry oregano. And you just want to eyeball this. Alright, so right now the meat is cooking, and what I want to do is start to get some of those little brown bits on the bottom of it. And that lets you know you're at the point where all the veggies are cooking down as well. I've already put the garlic and also the shallots and the carrots, and of course I put the celery in here, so it's already smelling really, really good. And I put some different seasonings in. So I'm gonna throw my last seasoning in, which is some bay leaves, and get those mixed around, and then we're gonna come in with some liquid. But this is exactly what you want, those nice brown bits, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be so delicious. Now that the meat is to the right consistency and you start to develop those little brown bits, I'm gonna come in with some tomato paste. And then you get that tomato paste mixed in, incorporated with the meat, and you got to deglaze the pan with some white wine. Choose whatever type of white wine that you want. It could be a Sauvignon Blanc, or it could be Pinot Grigio, or even a Chardonnay. It's up to you. I'm going to use a marinara sauce. Now, it is a jar sauce, but I have my favorites that I like to use. And then I took some chicken broth, and I poured that inside of the jar to make sure I get all of that sauce. And it's going to incorporate a little bit with that chicken. Now, just to get that acidity down, you want to add a little bit of sugar. And then for a little bit of a kick, you guys know I cook Cajun food, I had to add some cayenne pepper. But this is, I hope you're enjoying the recipe so far. Now would be a good time to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, share this video, make sure you comment on the video as well. And hit that notification bell so every time I post a new video, you get the alert. Back to the video. It is time to get our pasta ready. So I've had my pasta boiling for a good bit. I added some salt to the water and also a little bit of olive oil. And then I got my spaghetti noodles in there. You want to cook them until they're al dente. And then the way I like to do mine is I want to incorporate them in the sauce. So that way they develop some of that rich flavor that the sauce has developed, and it goes into the noodles as well. So I'll be combining the two of them. So now I added a little bit of parsley into the sauce, and I mean, come on man, just take a look at that. It looks perfect. The noodles are exactly where I want them. I tasted them to make sure that they're not too soft, they're not too hard. They're exactly where I want them to be at, nice and al dente. I'm gonna incorporate them with that sauce, and then also I'm gonna add a little bit more fresh parsley before plating. But I can't wait for you guys to try this dish. And also, my daughter, you guys, y'all are not gonna believe what she says at the end of this video. Can't complain whatsoever. But now we're gonna get this all plated up. Throw that sauce on there. Make sure you ladle as much of that on there as possible. You could serve this in a really big dish and eat it family style, however you guys want to do it. Add some Parmesan cheese right over top, and I mean, this spaghetti bolognese is done.